Alrighty, y'all, we are back. Now we are going to feature our Rayquaza team. My audio should be fixed from here on out. So as you can see, we have Rayquaza with Life Orb, Hurricane, Flamethrower, Earth Power. We have Regieleki, typical set with the webs. We have Throat Spray, Sylveon. We have Incineroar. We have Kartana, and we have a Choice Band Rillaboom. So we're just gonna get right into this. We're going to jump on ladder, and we are going to play 2 to 3 games with this team and see how we do. Alright, so our first match is up against Kyogre, of all things. Ooh, and Urshifu and a couple others. So basically here, honestly, some of the best leads we can do is Regieleki and probably I don't know. This is going to be a little tricky, but we're going to try, and we are going to go with this team. So they, of course, did indeed go Metagross. So the thing here with this team is we know with Metagross they're going to want to I'm just gonna max flare. Might as well, right? So I fully expect they could taunt if they think it's going to be a Screenaleki, or they'll Tailwind, Max, and Max Hailstorm, which would probably be the best play. Because if they could take out my Max super early, they'll get a huge advantage going forward. And Tailwind will, of course, help them in the back with the Kyogre. So that would be what I expect. There's the Tailwind. Regieleki should still move first, which will lower speeds. Oh, it does a lot to the Torn. Oh wow, it still moved before Rayquaza with the speed drop. Ooh, that's unfortunate. Oh well, we still hang on with the Focus Sash, and because my opponent did not set any hail or anything, we're in a pretty good position now. So we're gonna max flare into it. Go ahead and set the sun. It will activate policy. So here my opponent is probably going to go for a max guard. So we'll go ahead and we'll kill their genie. Okay. And now let's see. I think they're gonna probably go into the whatchamacallit, their own Regieleki here. So we're just going to Electroweb and go for a Max Quake, I think. Actually, that might have been a bad play if I think about it, because he actually won the Steel Spike. I should live one. Okay, I do live one Steel Spike, so it's very good. We Quake here. It actually probably would have been better to Quake his Regieleki. But if he has Meteor Mash on it, then that's a problem. So safer to just go ahead and pick up the kill on that. You never know if he would protect the Regieleki and just go for something else. So Rayquaza should die from our recoil now. So we're going to Rillaboom here. And we will see what my opponent brings out. Assuming Kyogre maybe. It is indeed Kyogre. You're going to Drizzle. Grassy Surge will now activate. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and Glide the Kyogre just to be safe, and we'll protect the Rayquaza. So what this does is this buys a turn. If Kyogre protects, which I think it probably does, it actually does not protect. We pick up the KO with the Choice Band Rillaboom, which is why it is Choice Band. It gives you that extra damage output into a lot of stuff, so you can actually kill. Alright. At this point, we're not worried about speed drops or nothing. Honestly, between Grassy Glide and Earth Power, it should still just always Electroweb here. And our opponent's going to forfeit there. Alright, so game one is a victory. Always nice to win the first one. Now we will go into game two. So yeah, you see that is why Choice Band Rillaboom is so nice there. I mean, to one-shot the Kyogre without a crit on terrain. Usually a lot of people, they build their Kyogres to live one Grassy Glide to be able to revenge kill with Ice Beam. So that's where that's really crucial. You know, you will be locked, but I mean, I'd rather win, you know. So okay, so here we really don't have an amazing Sun matchup, to be honest with you. Our Sun matchup is not the best. I think I can just go, probably just still go Rayquaza next to Regieleki. In the back, I'll run that. And I think I'm gonna bring, I mean, honestly, bringing Kartana is checks 3. Sylveon doesn't hit a lot of them, but I think we could still make Sylveon maybe potentially work here. I don't know. If he ends up wanting to go a trigger him out, Sylveon's good, but I think we're just going to rock Kartana and hope for the best. Full Sun team is not a great matchup for us on paper. But once again, with Series 8 rules, honestly, it's very dependent upon the leads. Because if you can lead correctly and you get the right read on turn 1, that momentum, in a best of 1 can carry you forward so much. So he is just going to go Charizard Grimmsnarl. So I think we go ahead and we switch out to I still think I could just I think here would be a really good pivot for him to just pivot out into the... Oh, he's not doing it. Oh, wow. The Groudon slot. I kind of wanted to max Gieleki there, but if he doesn't switch out of that slot, then we're in trouble. So let's see what he does here. I assume he's going to go ahead and get a light screen up. And then he'll probably max Quake into the Regieleki slot, which thankfully we would live one of those because of Sash. But he could also just G-Max Wildfire, get the residual damage, and that'll take care of it with Focus Sash as well. So let's see what he goes for. The other option, he could always max Wormwind. Goes for Scary Face. I forget how popular Scary Face Grimmsnarl has become. And he's just going to Wildfire into the Regieleki slot. Very smart play. Will at least be faster this subsequent turn a little bit, because we'll get the Airstream boost, and then we'll also get the drop on him with this. I could have Thunderbolted there. I think Thunderbolt would have been a better play overall, just looking at damage outputs and stuff, to really make him lose his max. But then if he did pivot the Groudon, we'd be in a really bad position. So that's why I kind of really did want to go with that, just to cover that Groudon switch. Let's go into Rillaboom here. Max Airstream. I'm just gonna Grassy Glide the Grimmsnarl here. We're very weak to Charizard. I was really hoping he would go with the Venusaur, the Venu route with the Groudon. Not Charizard specifically. Really just don't want to deal with Charizard. Hopefully this should be enough. It is. Okay, good. That's great. Alright. So we are now +2 speed with Rayquaza. So here it's most likely going to be Groudon and Venusaur. And now it's just going to be, oh, it's Porygon. Interesting. Do we lose a Porygon in the back? I don't think we do. Honestly, I really do not think I lose a Porygon. I think I'd just go ahead and I think we just see if he protects here. I assume he's going to protect. I kind of want to be able to pivot out just to get the Eviolite off of Groudon. So we get some chip there, which is really important. And there's the Trick Room. Okay, so you're taking a Grassy Glide this turn regardless. Unless you're running like Ally Switch, which would be insane. I'd be so mad. So yeah, we're just gonna Grassy Glide the Groudon slot. Choice Banded Grassy Glide should pick up the KO. And what do we do with Rayquaza here? I think I'm kind of okay to protect it, just to help mitigate any issues and have the ability to pivot it next turn. Because I do want to have knockoff to knock off the Eviolite. So that takes care of Groudon. Now we'll see what you go for. I'm assuming you're gonna Ice Beam. Oh, you actually hit Rillaboom. Interesting enough. Rillaboom lives it. Oh, we got froze though. Okay. So we lose a turn there basically. With honestly, Ice Beam might be a problem. We go into Kartana here. Let's see. Is it worth critting with a grass move? So we're gonna Flamethrower because we're in the sun, and then I think I'm gonna go for a Leaf Blade because we're on grassy terrain, and it has super high crit chance. I mean, you should kill Rayquaza. So this should give us a 1v1 now. I should have attacked with Rayquaza the previous turn to really force some issues with it. Okay, so honestly, no, not a lot there. Two turns left of Trick Room. So I guess we'll Sacred Sword. I want to see what the damage output's going to be here. He's going to Ice Beam. Steel Grass. Should be a 2-hit KO. It looks like it's going to be a 1-hit KO for us, unfortunately. So I think we Sacred Sword again here, and he's going to recover. This is his last turn of Trick Room, so he'll probably recover here. So if Sacred Sword does more than 50% not as a crit, we should be fine. Or if we get another crit. And so you just see the mitigation from that damage by not attacking with Rayquaza that turn and trying to predict it really hurt us. Okay. So this should be a roll. Alright, so this is going to be a roll here. My opponent is probably going to go for Trick Room, Recover, and then attacking us. But we managed to pick up the W there. We got a crit. I don't know if it mattered because it did look like a roll. But either way, I'm fine with it. We were able to win that, even though we made a really bad mistake there with the protect on Rayquaza, when we should have just, I got a little greedy wanting to try and pivot out and get the knockoff in. Honestly, we should have just double attack for damage. That way Kartana could come in and have a little bit of a better shot. Okay, so this will be our final game using this team. I am trying to keep all videos under 30 minutes. I know there was a couple that got super long, especially because I was running like 5 games with them. I'm trying to give you all the full experience of like battling with the team and the ins and outs, the post-game ideas and thoughts, because these aren't my teams. These are teams that you can easily go grab. So because of that, I'm trying to give as much information on the team as I can. So Torn Ogre again. Um, we led what? Regieleki last time. Next to, I think Rayquaza is a pretty good one here. It should be Cobra Berry. In the back, Rillaboom. And then Sylveon. Okay, so he does go Intimidate up front. So the question is, what does he want to fake out, right? I really don't like the Kyogre in the back. I feel like I'm kind of risking it with maxing Regieleki here, because Regieleki is a very tough max because it has no bulk, but it also hits super hard. And we get the electric train up, which kind of makes Amoonguss less of a threat to us in the back of this game. Um, and we know we can't stop Tailwind. Yes! Okay. So he did fake out the Regieleki, which means he is going to get his Tailwind. But that means we get our lightning off. I hope it's sashed. Were you sashed? You were sashed. Thank you. Awesome. And now we're going to get the Earth Power into Incineroar. Oh, it's buried. Okay. So Earth Power is probably only going to do like 20-30%. Oh, it did more than I thought. Now we're going to max Lightning here. We'll go ahead and just Flamethrower that spot. Oh, you have Icy Wind? Oh. Okay. The Icy Wind was a little bit of an issue, but that's fine. So now we have a 2v1 against our opponent here. I don't have the greatest speed control in the back right now. We did burn one additional turn of his Tailwind, so that was really good. What I'm going to do this next turn, let's see, Katagame, and who else? Yeah, Kyogre, okay. So Kyogre, I have priority for Kyogre, but with the Icy Wind and Tailwind, I think Katagami is, I don't know, I keep saying Katagami because that's the one I've been using with from Joe's teams, but so 2 turns of Tailwind. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to max guard and I'm going to protect here. So the reason for both of this is going to be, if I'm my opponent, I probably just click Water Spout and then max the Kartana. So there's the Kartana. Now I click Water Spout. Water Spout would normally kill the Kyogre, so Kartana is going to throw its first max into Regieleki. That would be my play. So this is a good way to just burn another turn of Tailwind. Oh, you're airstreaming now. Oh wow, that didn't do a lot actually. I guess I sack Sylveon. To try and have Regieleki come in here and maybe outspeed. He does Steel Spike into the Rayquaza slot, so that's good. And now Kartana will get a boost here. Kartana's a little bit dangerous, especially with on like a really strong rain team like this. Water Spout should kill Sylveon. So now we will have Regieleki and Rillaboom come back in. Tailwind's out. They're at +1 speed on each. At +1, they should not outspeed Regieleki. Like, they really shouldn't outspeed Regieleki. But you never know. You know, a Cobra Berry on Rillaboom wouldn't be a horrible idea with maxing the way it is on a format. So we are going to Choice Band Rillaboom, huh? That's right. I kind of need the Electroweb, I think, too. So I'm going to Electroweb, and I'm going to go for a Grassy Glide and see if it's Protect or if it's Specs. I'm thinking it's, yeah, it's... That's the one bad thing, man. My opponent played really good not having to reveal that to me. So let's see what he goes for here. We at least get the webs off onto the Kartana and help mitigate the one airstream it did get. It should just airstream here into Rillaboom, mainly because it is a KO. And now you have a +2. I think +2 is enough. Yeah, +2 should be enough to outspeed me. How many turns left of rain? +2, I'm assuming you're positive speed nature. 2 turns left of rain. I mean, so I'm not winning this regardless. Might as well just throw a Thunderbolt into this. Great game, my opponent. You know, played very well with mitigating our ability there against Kartana in the back. I think that the opening turn, I think we did good. It's just, you know, a really tough matchup. And I went really grass heavy to try and counter it. But, you know, I gave him a lot of speed for free in the back end. Sea Instance, okay. Yeah. Assault Vest and the Kartana, so I wouldn't have done anything against that thing. The Icy Wind tech there was really annoying. Because it did force me to have to switch out. I was a little worried about Amoonguss, but alright, so yeah, so that is the Rayquaza team, and that is our final team of Generation 3. So thank y'all for watching, and as always, like and subscribe, and let me know if restricted you guys have had the most fun running. Thank you.